Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to take a closer look at food intolerance testing, using material from Blood Test UK as our guide. We really want to focus on what these tests are supposed to do, and especially, the good things, the benefits they might offer, particularly for people, say, in places like Lytham, St. Anne's.
Okay, so first off, what is food intolerance? It's basically different from a food allergy. An allergy is your immune system sort of fighting back fast and sometimes dangerously. Intolerance, though, that's more about your digestion. Your body struggles to break down a certain food, and you get, tummy troubles. But its slow symptoms can take hours, maybe even days, to show up.
Right, days later. That makes it hard to figure out what caused it.
Exactly.
So let's look at the main benefits Blood Test UK highlights. What happens when people, maybe someone listening in Lytham, St. Anne's, finds out what foods are bothering them?
Well, the biggest thing, the most direct benefit, is usually better digestion. If you figure out which foods cause problems and cut them out, you generally get fewer symptoms. Less bloating, less gas, things feel more regular,
Okay, that makes sense. Better tummy health. But reading the source material, it seems like it goes beyond just digestion. This is where it gets really interesting. They talk about people removing these trigger foods and suddenly having more energy, fewer headaches, even clearer skin. That sounds like a big deal, especially for managing tricky things like IBS.
Yeah, that's absolutely a key point they make. It's not just about the gut feeling better. When you remove foods that your body is kind of reacting badly to, even slowly, it can reduce overall stress on your system. Think of it like lowering inflammation, a sort of background irritation. And yes, people do report feeling less tired, fewer of those nagging headaches, and sometimes improvements in skin. For IBS sufferers, identifying specific food triggers can be, life-changing sometimes.
Now, quickly, what about the tests themselves? Blood Test UK mainly talks about IgG testing, right? Using a blood sample.
That's the main one discussed, yes. IgG testing looks for immunoglobulin G antibodies. The idea is these show a delayed reaction to certain foods. But it's good to know there are other types, like breath tests are pretty common for specific things. Lactose intolerance, for example.
And the sources do mention other methods, though, like hair analysis. We should probably note there's some debate around those.
That's fair. Yeah, IgG blood tests are used, but things like hair analysis for intolerance,
they
don't have the same level of scientific backing. There's definitely more controversy around their reliability in the wider medical world. It's important you know that.
Okay, good point. What about weight? Does finding these intolerances help people trying to manage their weight? Blood Test UK suggests it can.
Sometimes, yes. It's not a direct weight loss tool like a diet plan. But if certain foods are causing inflammation or puffiness, removing them can reduce that water retention and general bodily stress. So for some people, it might make reaching their weight goals a bit easier as part of a bigger picture.
So let's bring this back locally. The source mentions experts, maybe dietitians in places like Lytham, St. Anne's, confirming these approaches can work. What's their key message?
Their main point, and it's really important, is that the test result is just the start. It's step one. You really need to work with someone qualified afterwards, like a registered dietitian. They help you figure out how to actually change your diet safely and effectively based on those results. You can't just cut out lots of foods without guidance.
Right, you need a proper plan.
Exactly. Getting the results is one thing, but making the right changes, the sustainable ones, that's what really matters for long-term health.
So what does this all boil down to for you, the listener? It seems like having this kind of information, maybe from sources like Blood Test UK, gives you the power to make smarter choices about your health. Stop guessing, maybe.
Precisely. It's about moving from just putting up with the digestive issues or feeling generally unwell to actually taking targeted action based on how your body works. Informed choices.
Okay, a really helpful deep dive into the potential benefits.
And maybe one final thought to leave you with. Remember that your body isn't static. What you're intolerant to now might actually change over time. It depends on your overall health, your diet, your gut. So it's not always a one-time test and you're done. It might be worth revisiting, checking in with your body periodically.
That's a great point. Things can change. Well, if you want to explore the source material we discussed today further, you can find it over at Blood Test UK. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.